Peace and love, y'all. You know, I get straight to the business. Let me give y'all a taste of my environment. Beautiful. Thank you, Mother Earth, for providing this space for us to chit chat. So, okay, so number one, this is my most recent microdose. And yeah, these videos are not going to be in order. Next video will probably be about the microdose I did like 3 months ago, but this is the one I want to talk about now, so this is the one we're going to talk about. So number one, the microdose taught me that we are all one collective consciousness. Now, I kind of had an idea of that already before I took this microdose, but I'm going to give you the situation that put this in perspective. So I microdosed outside in this type of environment, more in a public space though, like where more people usually go and sit at like a different spot or whatever. So I was sitting out there by myself, and I come outside to be alone, to spend time in nature alone. Usually that's like the intention, to take time for myself. And usually I spend most of my life in my own little world. So I was at the spot and people were walking up, and normally I would usually be like, dang, like I didn't want nobody to come over here. I just wanted to be over here by myself. Like, why are people here? But when I was on the mushrooms, when I looked at the people, even if I wanted to be irritated that they came into the space, I couldn't. I had nothing but a big smile on my face every time I seen different people come into the space. And I say this is we're in one collective consciousness, because I'm not the only one who had the idea to go to that spot. I'm not the only one who thought, hey, this is a good spot, it's a beautiful day, and I want to go sit here too. So that's how I understood the concept of we're all a collective consciousness, and we all thinking the same things majority of the time. And to make another point, that also goes to show that a lot of our thoughts aren't just ours. So a lot of the times we have us overthinkers that can't stop our minds, that can't stop our brains, or have negative doubts, negative thoughts. Usually those are not your thoughts. You can walk into to a space and start feeling the thoughts of other people, or even the thoughts that you think can be programming. It could be your grandmom thoughts, it could be your mom thoughts. Just, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important not to believe everything that your mind tells you. Number two, peace and chaos can coexist at the same time. So with the spot where I was at is next to a train station. Well, not a train station, but like a train track. And the train was coming by, and it was really loud, and it was annoying, and it was disturbing. But I was also next to this beautiful view, beautiful river. So the point for me was that showed me that I can either focus on this loud, annoying train, or I can look over here and focus on the beauty that's all around me. This beautiful view, this beautiful space, this beautiful environment, this beautiful day. Why would I come and let this train that's making all this ruckus and all this noise come and ruin, my day? Or even not even that, just accepting the fact that the train is coming through, but not putting my focus on the fact that the train is loud and noisy, but putting my focus on the fact that I'm also in an environment that's beautiful, that's pretty, and I can put my focus on that. That's what's, I'm putting my energy towards something that is beautiful. Having gratitude for what is beautiful and not focusing on just the chaos and the negativity. You feel me? I know y'all feel me. Ashe. So, and then another point, your mind manifests your reality. So this is what the Shrooms taught me. So basically, I'm sitting in front of a river. I have a river view, and it's like a waterfall view. So I had to use the bathroom. I started to have to go pee. So it wasn't until I had to pee, it wasn't until my mind said, Kirsten, you have to go to the bathroom. Kirsten, you have to pee, that the waterfall in front of me, no funny shit, started to look like pee. And then the waterfall over here started to look like pee. Like, it was just like, oh my God, okay, I have to use the bathroom. Like everything around me started to resemble me having to go to the bathroom. So y'all get what I'm saying? So basically, whatever you put in your mind, whatever you choose to focus on within your mind, will manifest in your reality. So if you're being negative, if you're saying bad things are always happening to me, I have bad luck. If that's what you're thinking, if that's what you're putting into the air, that's the energy that you're putting out. Your surroundings, your reality will become that. You will see nothing but that. That's what you'll start to see more of that, because that's what you're choosing to put your energy on. That's what your mind is producing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want that to be like, oh, I need to get control over my mind, I need to erase these thoughts. No, but simply just be more conscious of what thoughts you're putting your energy towards. And not everything you can control. Not all thoughts you can control. So that's why I always preach that it's important to accept your thoughts, observe your thoughts, and don't control your mind. Don't let your mind control you. Ashe? Okay. And then detachment. Also on this microdose, it reminded me of detachment, right? So I had 5 cowrie shells, and something told me to bring my cowrie shells to the river and offer them up to the river, offer them up to Mother Water. So, ocean. So, but for some reason, I didn't want to put the shells in the water, but that's what I was told to do. That's what I felt like I needed to do, but I didn't want to do that. And I didn't want to do that because I thought the shells were beautiful. They were pretty. I bought them. I paid for them. So it's just like, dang, why do I have to offer them up? Why do I have to give these shells away? But that also showed me too, like, that's not the only shells in the world. I can go back to the Botanica and get some more cowrie shells. I can go get more. There's an abundant amount of cowrie shells. So for you to not be able to let these shells that you have now go, prohibits you from your abundance. So what that taught me is also, like, there's a lot of beautiful things in life. And I feel like it's hard for us as people to let go of people, places, things, because we're scared that we won't attain anymore. We're scared that, we won't experience something like this again. We won't experience a person like this again. We won't ever, you know what I'm saying, see an environment like this again. Like, I know I have yet to travel the world. I've traveled a couple places, but I know that there's so much beauty to see in this world. Like this river that I'm at now, I'm pretty sure I know that there's tons, thousands, millions of other rivers that are just as beautiful, if not even more beautiful. So for me to hold on and attach to this one location is prohibiting me from seeing all the other beauty that the world has to offer. So in other words, detachment means that things that you love, that you like, that you enjoy, you might have to let go and you might have to detach from that. But that doesn't mean it's not more out there, you know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be attached to anything anyway. Y'all get what I'm getting at? I know y'all do. Ashe. So it's just like, that's a limiting belief for me to hold on to certain things, because I think that there's not more out there for me, that I can't attain more of it, or that there's not other beautiful things. And also another thing, back to the collective consciousness aspect as well. It was a little selfish of me to get upset with these people for coming to the spot that I was in. That was a beautiful spot. So I should want other people to come into this spot and enjoy it. Other people deserve to see the beauty within this spot. When it comes to people, and I thought about relationships too, we hold on to people because, oh, this person is beautiful and they're mine, and I don't want anybody else to have them. I don't want anybody else to experience them. Ego, just a bunch of egotistical stuff. And when I tell you, shrooms, ego doesn't exist on shrooms. You're completely detached from your ego. Ego does not exist on shrooms. So, as far as that, the point, y'all, I be losing it a little bit, but I'm bringing it back. So, the point I was making is that if your relationship ended with a friend, a partner, a man or a woman, whatever the situation was, whatever beauty you saw in this person, it's okay to let them go and allow other people to experience them. You got to experience, you thought this person was so beautiful, was so magnificent, and you should want other people to experience that too, even if you can't anymore. You had your experience. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? Let other people experience the beauty within the world. Ashe? Okay. I think that's all I wrote down for that trip. Let me see if I could think of anything else. Also, this trip taught me about perception too. Everything is how you perceive it. So, usually on shrooms I can't look at myself because I look a little weird, a little animated, you know what I'm saying? It just throws me off. I don't know why. So, I know I didn't really put myself together before I went on that shroom trip, but I started to see people, and it was like, dang, does like my hair look a mess? Is my lip gloss still on right? But I couldn't look at myself because I didn't want to send myself into a bad trip. So I stopped caring. I was like, you know what? F it. It doesn't matter if my hair looks a mess. It doesn't matter if my lip gloss ain't on. That doesn't define my worth. That doesn't define me as a person. I shouldn't be so attached to my looks because you're not this mind and you're not this body either. You're the consciousness within all of this. You're the consciousness experiencing this. So who cares how you look? Who cares how other people look? That has nothing to do with their soul. That has nothing to do with their spirit. Your avatar is not what makes you beautiful. My avatar is beautiful. I love this avatar. I love being in this. And other people's avatar is absolutely amazing too. But that's not what we should be focused on when it comes to making connections. Because my avatar could be as pretty as it can be, and I could be an ugly, terrible, person. So we should be focusing more on people's energy. How do you feel when this person walk past you, or you're speaking to this person? And also, I said in another video, when you are judging when you think people are judging you, it's really you judging yourself. Because I was the one who thought my hair looked a mess. Nobody came up to me and said, hey, your hair looked a mess. Nobody came and said that to me. That's a thought that I already put in my head. So I think, since I think my hair looks a mess, I'm going to think everybody else thinks my hair looks like, and who cares if it does? Who makes these standards? Who makes these beauty standards? Exactly. You make your own beauty standards. You make your own values. Okay? Ashe? So yeah, this video doesn't have to be super duper long. Those are some things that I learned on my most previous microdose trip. And I will be back with another video, part 2 of what I learned on my microdose. Peace and love. I hope you enjoyed. I hope something resonated with you. I hope I reminded you of something that you may need to hear today. And if I didn't, thank you for watching anyways and supporting my journey. I'm just a black girl out here trying to heal, okay? And break generational curses, okay? Thank you for supporting that and being a part of that.